Hello everybody, my name is Seb, welcome to the channel. I just wanted to do a quick video before the launch of BG3, just to go over a few things, what I'm going to be playing, what my plans are post-launch of the game, and how I'm going to be releasing content since I am a very new channel, what the plans are there. So basically, at this stage, I'm looking to create a build video probably every other week, just based on the time that it would take to create those videos, and then do something a little bit smaller in between. So it'll be one video and then a build video, then another video, build video. That's probably my plan going forwards. If I can keep up with the load, I might start releasing a build video per week. But yeah, it's somewhat dependent on how much time it's going to take. I'm still pretty new to all this, so yeah, who knows? Maybe it will be a build video every week. But yeah, for the time being, we're just going to run in that way, and hopefully everything works out. Please leave your feedback for any builds that do come up. That would be greatly appreciated. Positive or negative, just be nice if it's negative. I'm a sensitive soul. Yeah, basically that's the plan going forwards post-launch. Not a whole lot really to cover there. I just wanted to point that out for anybody who was wondering. In terms of what I'm going to be playing as my first build on the channel. So many of you probably saw the Stormcaller video. I'll put that here somewhere. Basically, it is a combination of the Sorcerer class and the Cleric class. So utilizing the subclasses of Tempest Cleric and potentially Storm Sorcerer, potentially Dragon Sorcerer. We'll see. We will see. But yes, the build, the short video that I tucked up on the channel already was utilizing Storm Sorcerer, and I would like to do that if possible. But yeah, it is dependent on a few things. So, what are my reasons for, calculating out how I'm going to sort of play the character? Basically, the main consideration that I have at the moment is whether I'm going to be playing it ranged or whether I'm going to be playing it melee. If I play it melee, then I'll probably be trying to edge more towards the cleric side of things, and I will be utilizing Sorcerer more for a few enhancing spells and effects. However, if I will be playing ranged, I'll probably lean more towards the Sorcerer side of things, which will probably end up being just dipping into Cleric, getting the Channel Divinity on level 2, Destructive Wrath, and then moving over to Sorcerer and basically sticking with Sorcerer all the way to level 12. However, the considerations. Basically, I'm currently unsure whether the spells we've been shown already are all of the spells that are going to be in the game at launch, or if they're still holding out on us and showing and leaving a few surprises for the launch of the game. We also don't know if every 4th level of a class you're supposed to gain a ability score improvement or a feat. We don't know whether they're tying that to classes or whether they're tying that to character level. If they're tying that to character level, that opens a whole lot more build possibilities. If you are desperate for feats and your build relies on them, and you're going to get one every 4 levels regardless, it opens up a whole lot more in terms of versatility for builds, because you're not like, oh, okay, well, if I have 12 levels, I have to go 4 and 8 or 4, 4, 4, or some variation of that in order to get the correct amount of levels in classes to get feats and whatnot. As I mentioned in my multi-classing mistakes video I put on the channel as well, sometimes you don't really need to focus around feats and ability scores improvements too much, and there are other things that come into the equation. But for a lot of builds, you will be somewhat dependent on those. So that's one of the first considerations. And the second consideration is how much they're going to be tweaking the classes. There have been a few instances where the classes have been really altered a lot from the 5e editions of them in order to make them more friendly for a video game and to work those features in a better way, or I shouldn't say a better way, in a different way that makes them more versatile in a video game medium. And so if they're doing a lot of changes to the classes, you may end up in a situation where you don't actually want to be using certain subclasses because the features are so much different than 5e. Just another thought I wanted to chuck in. I noticed while I was editing the video, I don't want to imply that any of the subclasses in Baldur's Gate are going to be bad to play. I think they're all going to be fantastic, fun, no matter what you choose to play as your class in Baldur's Gate. So I was just implying that maybe some classes won't work in the same way that they would have in 5e, and so maybe you won't put one with another that you may have done so in a Dungeons and Dragons game, whereas now they may have different abilities and effects so that they don't necessarily mesh as well. And that needs to come into the equation as well, of course. And finally, in terms of things that I'm considering, is how much time we're going to be playing on level 12. So I know that you get your first few levels pretty quickly in the game, and with the early access only going to level 5, it's sort of hard to tell how long you're going to be spending at level 12. You could be spending a decent amount of time on max level, in which case you can optimize your build more for the end game version of that build. However, if you're not going to be spending a whole lot of time there, and if the time it takes to level rapidly, gets bigger, like exponentially, then you're going to be wanting to plan your build around having a great build while leveling and not just at your maximum level. So those are the main considerations that I'm making when I'm choosing my build. I think that, like I said, the first build on the channel will be that Stormcaller build, so keep an eye out for that. It should be within a couple of weeks of launch. Hopefully it doesn't take me too long to get it together for you all to check out. If you have any builds that you would desperately like to see based on the ones that I've done previously, or if you have a really awesome build idea in mind, chuck it in the comments and I'll take a look at them. And I mean, I'm really excited to try a whole heap of new things. Oh, before I forget, the items. The items are another consideration. There are so many items already in the game that are ideal for a lightning-based character. In which case, it's like, well, does this completely change the build, the way that I play this character based on the items you have available to? I had to chuck that in there before I forgot. But yeah, so if you guys have any build ideas, chuck them in the comments, and I will look through them. Thank you so much for watching this short video just regarding the plans that I have for the launch of the game. Really looking forward to playing it with you all, and have an awesome launch, everybody, and I'll see you on the other side.